We are live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Screams of the Sun, the Changing Breeds Chronicle that we are running here on Final Show Films. My name is Julia of the Zodiac System, and I will be your storyteller for the evening. We're joined by a fantastic cast of role players. They let me mentally and emotionally abuse them once a week, so we decided to film it for all of you to enjoy. We're going to begin our introductions today with voted most likely to summon an Eldritch Horror, Drevian.
I'm Drevian. I play Connor McLaughlin, a Coelacanth Basset.
Voted most likely to read you for filth, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Crystal Arias, who is a Hamid Nuisha.
Voted most likely to accidentally start a fire, Shawnee or William.
My brother, thank you very much.
Not here, otherwise would be voted most likely.
Yeah, fair.
Your runner-up.
I am Sean
Share the
Nolan,
gene pool.
and I am playing Callisto Osborne, the Gural Uzmati, Hamid Uzmati Gural.
And lastly, voted most likely to have the murder weapon, Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Carrie Nichols, who is a Corax Homid Hermetic Order of the Swift Light.
And unfortunately voted most likely to seduce the dragon, Siobhan, is not here with us this evening, but they will be back next week, hopefully, to provide us with more adorable Clover antics. As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, believe women, believe victims, fuck the Supreme Court, fuck Vince McMahon. Anyone else on the shit list this week? I know it's Monday and it's early, but
yeah. we're still early in it. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Which gay month is it?
Oh yes, it is Happy Lust Month.
Happy Lust Month.
It's October, duh.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't think. I mean, there are dozens, hundreds, but none immediately come to mind.
All right then.
We're going fuck people, and then also it's last month. It's October, duh. And my next thought was fuck a pumpkin.
Please don't.
So there's a TikToker I need to introduce you to. Who?
Okay.
Anyway,
do what you want to do. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna kink shame. I'm gonna kink ask why.
Yeah, I'm gonna kink question.
Lastly, please remember to go out and vote next month. Register to vote if you have not. This is going to be an important one, folks.
Actually, early voting starts this month, so check your local dates on that, because I know in Georgia it starts October 15th. So they'll have early polling locations starting next week.
A few states it's already started. Well, mail-in.
Yeah, a few states have started mail-in, but
inconsequential states like Pennsylvania.
Get that taste out of your mouth, Jesus.
Just saying.
Last episode.
Go ahead.
Last episode, our menagerie continued their investigation with Connor and Crystal finding access into the Endron building through the sewers of Sacramento. They were also potentially captured on security camera that was not noticed until their exit. Meanwhile, Carrie and Clover continued to flirt and gather information from Donovan, along with obtaining his phone number. Team Two Crows, One Bear then made their way to Callisto's truck with the drunk Clover, and then to Callisto's cabin. The entire menagerie reconvened at the cabin eventually. Some people had to take showers. Clover had a panic attack from shifting into Krynos form, from suddenly being sober, which led to a lot of the group working together to get her grounded and medicated. After a bit of discussion of potential contacts that might be helpful, the group decided to head to Clover's house to meet with her kindred friend, Percy, who's going to help them possibly find out more information to help with the investigation. So our scene opens tonight in Clover's surprisingly sparse yet somehow still extensively maximalist office space. where the group is currently in front of a vampire who looks as if they walked straight out of Hot Topic in 2008. As a appearance reminder, Percy has long black hair, which you can now see their undercut as Clover continues to play with it. There is the all-seeing eye carved into both sides of it, of the undercut. 13 necklaces of different protection sigils and deities, and one made of macaroni are around their neck. They're wearing a Pokemon t-shirt, a hoodie, a pair of trip pants, and Converse. They have a number of piercings throughout their face. Their eyes are tipped, or their ears are tipped, and their eyes are red. But as the group took in that sight, Percy locked eyes with Callisto and gave a smile and said, "It's lovely to meet you. What kind of information are you looking for?"
You as well. And I, the player, am blanking on what the specific information we were about to ask them about was.
Chris says, "Yeah, you talk. I have too many jokes in my trying to get out. I have to hold them in."
You hear Clover whisper something, and Percy just clams up, and the sound of a giggling toddler comes out as they laugh. Which, in a barely lit room at this point, little creepy. But they then flip over, put their feet on the ground, and stand up. I can delve into literally any part of the internet and find you resources you may have never even thought of. So, what have you got?
Oh, right. I'm starting to remember some of the details. I think at least one of the things we were going to ask them about was
Who killed JFK?
what's his face?
As much as I would love to give you an answer for that, I still have to say it's probably the aliens. I will say that I think Harvey Oswald is a cover-up.
All right.
What are you looking for? They point back to Callisto.
A number of things, but first on the list is anything on Dmitry Karlov.
They sit down, open a laptop, reach into a bag that they have on the floor, pull out a tablet. They start typing away, pulling up a few windows.
Do I know you, or do I know a friend of yours?
You may potentially. They sort of turn the chair back around and look you up and down. They kind of get a strange glint in their eye, and then it takes a second, but a smile goes over their face. It's been a couple of years. I thought I recognized you.
You did stay under my roof, didn't you?
For a night.
Fair enough.
There's been some adornments since then.
I remember you behaved yourself, and all was good then.
I tried. And then they will sit back down at the computer, start typing. Okay, Percy, let's see what. Oh, but buddy, why? That's so many ones.
Are there enough successes to countermand?
Yes. There are a few. They hit enter and turn back around, and a bunch of windows start just throwing themselves onto the screen. So what exactly is weird about this guy?
Well, among other things, he didn't really seem to exist until he took over Endron as a corporation a little bit ago.
Ooh, I
But
love
everybody-
ghosts.
Everybody who ever works in that company and seems to hear his voice is terrified of him. Like existentially terrified.
Like not, oh crap, it's my boss terrified. Like
I'm going
Oh,
to die terrified.
I'm going to die terrified.
Interesting. Have you been in the same room as this individual?
Nope.
Nope.
But
No.
your friend, she says, looking down at Clover, has heard his voice and can copy it.
We've heard him in we've heard him in audio and video. We have not been in the room with him.
Clover will just say in Donovan's voice for science, and then just go back to doing whatever she was doing.
I'm assuming you're asking in some kind of what vibe does he give off situation?
Bingo. Circle
Well,
takes the square.
If I had to put a name on it, it'd be Hitler Youth, she says, as she puts down the picture of Dimitri.
That's not the vibes we're talking about here.
Yeah, no, we haven't really been able to get a spiritual vibe on him at all. Like what kind of thing that walks the night, but who knows?
Has he been?
I could throw out
seen-
some guesses, but
They start going through some of the windows, very very rapidly.
Dimitri has been seen in daylight, yes.
And that is what they are confirming. They pull up 2 press conferences that are set at like 2 p.m.
Dimitri has been seen in daylight, so probably not vampire.
Yep, not one of us.
or has a body double.
That's an interesting thought.
I don't know. Like,
We don't have a way to
Listen.
confirm that one way or the other, but I kind of doubt it.
listen, if you wanna hide what you are, not that I know anything about this, not that I have ever done this in Birmingham, but
Bullshit. Excuse me. Sorry.
the best way to do it is make sure that there is someone who in a location where looks exactly like you.
Valid.
Well, you theoretically, I don't know, end
sounds
up
like
in
a
a
loose end,
filing
though.
room of a glasswalker.
Yeah, that
Isn't-
sounds like a loose end, though.
That's
No,
Crystal. That sounds oddly specific.
I'm just throwing out random terms as examples. It is potentially a loose end unless you're a monster and you deal with those loose ends. I'm not saying that this is a certain thing. I'm just saying we need to be.
Yeah, it's a thing to look into.
Yeah.
I just find it less likely just because having to clean up that many body doubles on the regular seems like more effort than it's worth.
I think it's worth all the effort. But
Well, think how many.
to be
back-
clear, I have never killed a body double. Not that I have body doubles.
Okay, we're gonna put a pin in that and come back to it at a later date. She's got Carrie's got to turn to Percy. Anything I would say of interest, but anything unusual that you're finding?
Oh, there's plenty unusual in the fact that there's nothing.
Yeah, that was kind of our thought too.
Not anything.
Oh, there's a whole big. There is a supposed birth certificate and then nothing else until about 2 weeks ago.
I'm still of the opinion that this is some random nobody that got conscripted, shall we say.
So you think he's the puppet for somebody pulling the strings?
Mm-hmm. No, well, spiritually pulling the strings. Let's put it that way.
I mean,
Let's pretend his
guess.
name is. Let's pretend his name. The original person's name is William Smith. William is not home anymore, but William is still walking around.
yeah, he's possessed. You're talking about possession.
More or less.
That is kind of the thing that we talked about before.
Right.
Like a cipher puppet. Got it.
Pretty much.
Oh. Okay.
Like, I don't know. You can find the person, the person, not Dimitri.
The host.
Like an image search.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say.
I don't know
They-
if you can. I don't know if this. Yeah, but
Well, one of the things is that there has been a lot of talk of them in the media lately. Like Sacramento is currently inundated with articles and newsreels about this gentleman over the last 2 weeks, which means they're trying to hide something by flooding all the information. Give me just a moment, because that, and they start pulling up a program. It
So
starts digitizing the face.
Are we seeing a lot of the same images of him or different images? Like, is there like a stock photo that every article keeps using?
There's about 10 images that articles seem to be floating around.
Still, for that number of articles,
Very small stock of footage.
only
for
10
a
only
very
10
large-
photos on a image search.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that depending on how involved you all want me in this, I have a number of contacts who I can get in touch with.
we'll have to talk about that because I have a feeling that'll be a spirited discussion.
Fair enough. I have several friends in the Nosferatu who'd be willing to lend a hand.
Considering Clover, I'm fairly certain, has checked out for the evening, I think it's probably best to hold that discussion off until she's a bit more lucid.
Yeah. It really is kind of a unanimous decision on this. And she is the one that knows you best.
You all are just the people who know me the least.
Touche.
Well, slightly, by a day, slightly more than the rest of the people standing around me.
I can find pretty much any information given the time. How much of a crunch are we on this?
Not a terrible one at the moment. We're definitely trying to be.
Under the radar.
We're trying to gather information before we make about it.
Okay.
Thoroughness is probably more important than expediency at those moments.
And we want to make sure that we're stepping in the right, following in the right footprints, so to speak, because a misstep could be very costly.
For you and everyone connected to you. Y'all are very webby.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, your spider webs. There's lots of them. For all of you.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Connections
This-
being made out in all different directions. Everything that we interact with, everything we touch on.
That.
The spider webs of our impact on the world around us.
Well, I could have told you that. I literally have you know the number of heads I've had my hands on.
I don't care for sex work numbers.
I'm a hairstylist.
Oh, that's a much better topic.
But yes, we do.
Well, that
touch a
didn't get
lot
awkward at all.
with our work. So, yes, the
I
circle
taught-
of impact around us if we make a misstep is very big.
I talk to people. It's what I do.
I don't talk to people often.
That's okay. That's why you have people like me to do it for you. And you get to do all the underground ninja cyber secret mojo stuff.
Of course. Yeah. There's a ding that goes off from the computer. We have a match.
Hmm.
All right, let's see what we got.
And the winner is
No, we have a 99% facial construction match to one Jared Walker from. Oh, you didn't go too far, did you, sweetie? Southern California.
Jared Walker.
And I'm guessing any trace of him stopped 2 weeks ago.
That one may be a little harder. I would have to check things like bank receipts and cell phone records and things like that. But I can. Socials will be a lot easier to
Do we
give me a moment.
know? Do we know where in Southern California?
Give me just a second, and I can. I'm gonna try and find their license for most current address.
So the question is this a rebranding or is this a brainwashing?
That's a.
That's what we need to find out.
Oh. They're at Lake Isabella. He's from Lake Isabella, like a half hour out of Bakersfield.
Right, and was this man literally anyone of any import prior to potentially becoming Dmitry Karlov?
Well, I don't know if this is a design choice, but the house looks more like a log cabin. So I'm going to bet probably not.
It seems like if you're going to either direction, if you're going to rebrand or if you're going to possess, you might have find somebody that has very few connections that nobody's noticed.
You want someone with no digital footprint.
Digital footprint. Did they have any?
Percy turns around and starts clacking away at their keyboard again.
Is there any activity that we can see stopped about 2 weeks ago?
Crystal is currently on her phone typing away while she's listening to this.
Okay. That's so much better, buddy. Good job. Well, it is done. Financial records. So what are we looking for again?
Any
trace of
time.
this guy's
Time.
existence? Yeah,
time and
frame.
any sudden stop.
They scroll through for a little bit. Seems as if the card is still making active payments and receiving deposits, or has received a deposit. So if they have a job that's come in since, potentially. But it seems like all of these are planned payments. They have to be.
Okay.
Nobody just makes $150 withdrawals every other day without it being something scheduled.
Trying to make it look like his card still got activity on it.
Mm-hmm.
A little too uniform.
Dope.
Man
You
doesn't
said-
exist anymore.
You said deposits. Are the $150 the deposits or the withdrawals?
Those are the withdrawals. He has a deposit of $2,294.36 from a cleaning company. I'm going to assume it's
A
Job.
cover for
You're
the
right. Yep. You put the money in, yeah.
as if we go back and look at his exactly the same. Those deposits are exactly every 2 weeks for the last, well, it only shows me about 6 months. So
So he's a salaried employee whose job is probably being covered up to keep the money inflowing. But the man doesn't exist anymore. At least he's not making any kind of activity.
Cool.
Does he have any is there any record of any family listed?
no siblings, both parents died in the early 2000s. Yeah.
No
No.
known relationships, no one who will miss him.
That-
Cool.
Doesn't surprise me.
All right. I think we have information to go on.
Something to work with.
Good
Then-
stuff. Thanks.
Of course. Anything else anyone needs? They look down at Clover. I have a whole thing for you that I have found.
Can I just say, just off this isn't an official thing, but I'm loving the accessories. Like, your accessories are amazing and shiny.
Oh.
I love them.
I'm walking to the door and I'm like, no, that's an official thing. Officially, that rocks.
They're great for stimming.
I love it.
If anything about Dmitry Karlov of relevance happens to fall off an informational truck, let us know.
I will continue to look. You also mentioned a company, Endron.
Yes.
Endron, yes, correct.
Any relevant information about Endron as a company. They're starting to do drills in places where they have no reason to be.
Okay, that's not fantastic.
That's good information.
Yes, that's good information.
What's your number so we can get in contact with you? I would ask Clover, but she's down for the count.
They rattle off their cell phone number, and then Clover sits up and goes, I have a text from Icebreaker. It says worm emoji, sword emoji, clock emoji, tomorrow.
It says
You're going to have to remind me who's Icebreaker.
Edgar.
Our friend-
Icebreaker
our friend
is-
in a place that we shouldn't be talking about here.
oh yeah.
Percy, you can let yourself out whenever you're ready.
Oh, that's right. This is your place. This is not his place.
Not their place, no.
I stop at the door.
Percy, to their credit, does begin packing their things up, but just retreats further into the townhome.
And I continue walking out the door.
Icebreaker is a Garu friend I have.
So if I'm interpreting that correctly, we gonna go kill Worm tomorrow.
It's either that or they're currently fighting the worm and we'll talk tomorrow. Because the message I sent said, I need you, can we meet?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that response sounds like fighting worm talk tomorrow.
Okay. Well, that's a guru thing to do. Yep.
I'm gonna lay on the couch now. And Clover just sort of liquefies onto the couch.
You do that, hon. All right, so it looks like it's 5 hours and 20 some minutes to Lake Isabella. Who's coming with me?
Why are you going to Lake Isabella?
Doing this tonight.
Because that's where Jared Walker lived.
Are we running that investigation tonight?
I don't see why not.
Because it's going to be a 10-hour drive and there and back, and we've got places to be in the morning.
Oh no, a 10-hour drive. I've certainly never done that before.
It's the middle of the night, and we've got places to be in the morning.
It's a
What
perfect time to break into someone's house.
What time in the morning?
Whenever icebreaker's available, apparently.
I'm gonna regret this. Crystal,
Puppy-
I'm with you.
Puppy can wait a couple an hour or so if we're on the road back. I mean, we don't have to all go. We can smaller group to break in is actually probably better.
Yeah, and
But-
I'm not good at sneaking around, so if you
I'll-
guys want to go do that.
We need to. I want to find out where this fucker lived. I want to get in there. I want to see if he had friends or family down there. Not family, but friends. I understand that he was a recluse, but even recluses have some connection.
I mean, he
Unless
has,
he's
even if
growing his own food,
Even if it's just a regular
filtering
gas
his
station,
own
yeah.
water, somebody's going to know him. And we need to know what we're dealing with before we start getting in there.
I'll head down there with you. If nothing else, I can be a lookout.
Awesome. Trickster road trip.
I'm gonna get some fucking rest if I'm gonna have to deal with the wolves tomorrow morning.
You do that.
Yep. Hop out go out, hop into the bitchmobile.
Connor, where are you headed?
Probably back to my place.
I was gonna say you're like an Uber ride away from your place right now.
All right, then I'm headed back to mine.
I'm headed in the bitchmobile.
Yep.
Connor goes home. It's a very uneventful night. Your apartment is as you left it.
Full of
Wow.
cat trees.
Really living the gimmick, isn't aren't they?
Can't wait till their flaw comes up. So as Carrie and Crystal begin barreling down the highway towards Lake Isabella, Arkarma follows Callisto for a brief moment. You make it home. It's quiet, peaceful. The air almost seems like it's welcoming you back. And as you retire for the evening, get ready for bed, you lay down, and as the last shreds of consciousness begin to flee from your perception, your mind begins to calm just enough to sleep. Your mindscape becomes a very serene scene. A fog-covered area with a thunderstorm just off in the distance, far enough to be a low rumble, but nothing that could be dangerous. A cold wind puts a chill in the air as you take in the graying landscapes. The last few rays of light are fading over the horizon, painting the sky shades of purple and blue, pink and orange, and some colors you've never seen the sky before and don't really even have a name for. And the scent of wildflowers floats on the air. And there is a feeling of comfort. And then suddenly, pulling you from this serene moment, a voice, guttural, rugged, and slightly garbled, can be heard. As you recognize the speech of a shifter in their hybrid form. Refusal to teach your gifts is betrayal to Gaia. Suddenly, lightning strikes about 10 feet from you, the storm moving in at a rapid pace. My brain lost where I was in my notes. The sounds of fighting can be heard as thunder crashes. Your senses are slightly overwhelmed for just a moment as you turn to see the serene landscape that you had just been in moments ago has turned into a blood-soaked battlefield. The motion and movement jostle you out of your stupor of everything that's surrounded you. Go ahead and make me a perception alertness difficulty 4 roll, please. 4 successes. Your attention is immediately drawn to a fight some distance away from you between an extremely large Krynos werebear, roughly standing 20 feet tall, pure brown fur with a large black spot over one eye and a large cut down the other, currently in lockstep against a admittedly large Krynos werewolf, about 6 feet taller than the average Krynos at 15 feet. Formidable. It's almost as if you're watching a kaiju fight. As the Garou continues to launch volley after volley against this werebear, they're pushed against the stone cliffside. And there is a reverberation, that sound of the body hitting stone. Right before everything goes absolutely silent. And the bear releases a roar that rocks the earth. And it takes a step forward and thrashes out, knocking the fang dagger that this large black and brown werewolf who is attempting to stare them down. It is launched from their hand into the cliffside, embedding a good 6 inches, a large crack about 10 feet wide into the side of this mountain. And the Grawl launches forward, sinking fangs and claw and ripping flesh and bone. The fog begins to deepen and roll towards you, obscuring your vision. Give me Dex and Athletics, difficulty 5.
Athletics. 2 successes.
2 successes. There's something in the lizard part of your brain that just says 2 steps to the right. And as you do, the body of this werewolf comes crashing against the ground in front of you. As it slides a good 10 feet, the body begins to lose fur, shrink in size, and become pallid and skinless, or furless. As a dead body lies there, black blood leaking from it. It pools beneath the body as the werebear removes the dagger from the cliffside And there's just the slightest look on its face of triumph. Just the briefest of moments before the horror of what it's actually done sets in. And falls to the ground on its knees. One more giant crack of thunder as it begins to wail. I need you to wake up and make me a willpower roll, difficulty 7, please.
Yep. Fuck.
It's good to know for tomorrow.
God damn it.
I mean, it could be worse.
I
Oh,
have
dang.
now lost a die on every action that I take for the day.
It could be worse.
Shit.
Yeah,
As-
you could be worm food.
as Callisto like bolts upright in her bed, she's waking up in Arthur. She's not even in Hamid at this point, as she wakes up being significantly larger, broader, and heavier than she was when she went to sleep. Just sweat coating her face. Her hair is stuck to the side of her neck. And she sort of breathes heavily for a second. And she looks over at the bedside table where there is that pale leather wrapped sheath of a dagger sitting on the bedside table.
Your eyes
She looks
flick up
at the window.
just a little bit past that. It's only been about 3 hours.
She exhales, takes a second, focuses, and returns to her breed form. Tries to see if she can get back to sleep.
Our camera zooms in to a VW bus barreling down the highway. What audio track
Wh-
is playing currently?
That depends. At least initially. So we're 3 hours in. We are past of damn it, I cannot remember. For some reason it's literally here. Carrie.
Yes.
Had the damnedest time remembering that. We're past Carrie's ability to, or getting granted first pick of which playlist. You get first pick, and then it's Crystal's turn. I think we are, as we are zooming in, we are seeing the window is open. There is just a constant stream of smoke coming out the window.
You better be passing that shit.
Like I was going to say, not all of
Um,
it's cigarette.
You better be passing that shit.
I would argue that very little of it is cigarette. And I think Crystal is currently belting out not well. We do not have a trained singer
that's more
with us at the moment.
that's more fun.
I am going to say, yeah, belting out The Greatest Show
Yes.
from The Greatest Showman.
Carrie is, I almost forgot you made me forget my own damn name. Catching. Carrie is like right there with you. Like,
There is 1 foot up on the dash. The other one is down to hit brake and gas as needed.
yeah, you'd only drive as one thing, right?
And yeah. But yeah. We are like 3 hours into a 5-hour trip. Like
Yep.
at some point.
The show tunes are gonna come.
100%. There are definitely parts within most of the songs on the show tune list where Crystal's singing becomes mm-hmm.
And there'll be times where, like, when Carrie doesn't know the words, she's just accompaniment. She's leaning forward and just like, drumming on the dash.
Yep.
She's like jingling her bracelets or doing, whatever.
Occasional use of something in the place of lyrics.
Na, 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 na.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds like half of my
This is
road
the
trips.
greatest show.
Da 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 da. Because she can't be fucked and learn all those lyrics.
A lot of lyrics.
Sound like a
I-
skill
on-
issue, mate.
On top of that, you guys have been smoking for the past 3 hours,
Right. Yep. No, it's not a skill issue. It's a lack of caring issue.
I just learned song lyrics as part of how my brain does things.
Yeah.
I mean, same, but
Yeah. And then there are those that you've heard wrong for years, and then you learn the right ones, and they're like, that makes so much more sense.
some of my PCs are neurodivergent in other ways than I am.
Imagine.
Crystal. I want you to give me a Dex and Drive roll, difficulty 7.
Okay.
7 because of the pod.
I do not yet have it in here, so Dex Drive difficulty 7. There is a success in there.
Okay,
I need
so it's
to
not a
point out.
botch. Not a botch. Okay.
We are 100% going to break down in it, like right in between two towns.
So you guys are having the time of your life. And then suddenly something is in the road.
Ever felt this way before?
Okay,
What's that?
they try to stop.
You do try to stop. Not in time, though. You
Okay.
do not hit the thing that is in the road. Would Crystal swerved off road or into the other lane?
I mean, assuming that off-road isn't like we're on the side of a hill, which is 100% probably a thing on this route.
Oh,
If
100%.
I know California highways at all, then yeah, if it's not like going off the side of something, then off the side of the road.
Nope. You do end up in the ditch, though.
That's fine.
As
A ditch is not the front of an 18-wheeler.
right. Thankfully, you're able to get control and not
Right.
total the vehicle. You just had to make an evasive maneuver to stop.
Okay. Almost
And-
before the car is stopped, I'm already jumping out, going heading to see what just got in the way because it's probably not good.
The thing's standing, now sitting on all fours, and you're noticing very weirdly this highway is empty.
Okay. All
And this thing
forms
is-
in like wolf form.
Coyote.
The gun doesn't go back into the where it was, but it does uncock at least.
Question. Are we like in like total darkness, or is it like there's still some light left?
It's there's not much light outside of
Okay, 'cause,
the bus.
Carrie's gonna have her like cell phone with the flashlight on just to see where the fuck they're going and what the
I'm
fuck.
Yeah, I will put Crystal puts a hand up behind for a second. Does this look like a corporeal coyote or a unrealistically
It's
proportional
corporeal,
one? Okay.
but it is sitting stock still and staring at you.
What?
You're going to get a message soon.
From
One of you. I'm not allowed to say.
Of course you're not.
That ruins the surprise.
Right. Had to
By
ask.
I will say 3 choices were presented and only one will be offered truly.
when you say one of us, are you talking about like one of us in the car?
And the coyote turns its head to look at you. To you.
To me.
And you.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you? More than just you.
Good talk.
And it kind of blinks a few times and then its ears go back and it starts to scurry away.
Yep.
I haven't met very many coyotes. Is that normal?
That wasn't. I'll answer that once you get in the driver's seat and get ready to get ready to steer because I need to push. Look around again. Make sure that there's nobody in the past couple seconds who are coming up. And I am going to I'm going Crinocy.
Roll me
Yep. For fuck's sake, I'm not going Crinocy. I'm like, and I look up in the sky. That's not funny.
you just hear as the wind rolls by, there is a cackle upon it.
All right, never mind. You're gonna need to push.
I'm gonna need to push.
You don't have to push hard. I'm gonna try to drive us out. But yes, I need you pushing.
Okay.
You just have to push as you.
Okay.
Strength and athletics, difficulty 8, please.
I hope my leg can handle this.
And yeah, I'm gonna try to spin wheels, try and get us out of the ditch.
Okay.
Okay, hold up. Strength and
Athletics.
Actually, this might be okay. Though I don't know the way everybody else is rolling. I don't know.
Your successes. With all of your might, you shove against the end of the bus, and Crystal guns it.
Yep.
Thankfully, it's been fairly dry the last couple of nights, so there's not much of a problem getting you out.
In California, the hell you say? Specifically, Northern California inland.
Yeah.
So once they're out of the ditch, Carrie's gonna lean around and go, "Are we good?"
We're good. Hop back in.
Okay, it might literally be hopping because damn my leg. So Crystal is
You're a
going
peach.
Carrie is gonna try not to hobble back to the passenger side for Carrie, and she's just gonna sit down. She's gonna put her leg down. She's gonna start just like rubbing on her leg. Um,
For the record, that was not a Nui show.
that was not a what?
That was not one of me.
It was just like a regular coyote.
Is this? I'm making assumptions here, but I'm feeling very confident. It was a message from a spirit through maybe a kinfolk.
A kinfolk. Okay. Um, is it usually that cryptic?
It's a spirit, yes.
Because the way it goes, like it could be, because the way I heard it, and maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. Not trying to be insensitive, but it's like either you're going to get a message or you're going to get a message, or somebody close to you is going to get a message. Which for all I know, could be a group text. I don't know.
It was it was one of us, or both of us.
Like one of us as the two of us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Now that doesn't mean that it's not going to be through a group message. Honestly, that was very straightforward for a spirit.
Carrie's going to like just start scrolling through text, see if she's missing text or emails or anything like that.
I'm guessing
You have a few things from Clover, but a lot of them are just links to Pinterest.
fantastic.
I'm used to that. That's normal.
If I had to guess, and this is an absolute 100% speculative guess. I've already started driving by this point. I would guess that we are going to find something in Lake Isabella that sounded more prophetic than
Okay.
informed advice.
Gotcha.
And just confirms to me that we should not split up when we get there. Not that I was going to suggest that we split up anyways.
Yeah, no. Have you seen any horror movie ever? That's a terrible idea.
Yes, that's why it's fun.
No.
Okay, do you know the difference between us and horror movie and victims in horror movies? We're the monsters.
Monsters can be victims too.
Just saying. I wasn't going to suggest we split when we get down there anyways, because I'm assuming, well, I think there's probably going to be something down there for us to find. I'm not going to underestimate the worm, and I'm pretty sure that there is something down there waiting for us. Because if this was not scrubbed clean, either it's an oversight or it was an intentional trap. Sorry, did I not explain that before you got in the car 3 hours ago?
No.
My bad.
No. Let me finish. I knew what I was getting into. I had an idea that this was going to get dicey and secretive and, less than law abiding. And that's fine. That's why I expected. And I wasn't about to let you do it by yourself.
I appreciate that. I mean, if you hadn't volunteered, I just would have cajoled Connor into coming with. But
I mean,
you can tell Connor that that he owes you.
No, I'm not really. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I like Connor, but let's face it, I'm way more fun on a road trip.
That is probably very, very fair. But yeah, no, there was probably a trap down there. But it's okay because we know there's a trap down there, so we can spring the trap.
Right.
Now my thought is Connor is very good with medicine. He takes just enough acid that it's below its minimum effective dose by the time you reach there. So Connor is just tripping the entire road trip instead.
No, next time Connor is coming with, and we're gonna just
I was gonna say, Crystal would be fine with that.
great.
Oh,
No, I mean, Carrie's not gonna go any like further than pot, but she would absolutely fucking love to see somebody just. I mean, she hangs out with Clover. I mean,
hey, trip sitting can be fun.
but like, oh, it's the best. Side note, out of character, that's how I got through my college years because let everybody else do that and I'll just watch. But Carrie's gonna think a minute and she's gonna say, so you said whereabouts in New Mexico are you from?
Los Alamos.
Los Alamos.
Yep. Grew up there till I was 16, 17. How about you?
Rio Rancho.
Okay.
Rancho.
Nice.
Yeah. So same thing. I lived there my entire life until really about 4 years ago.
What happened 4 years ago?
Started a new job. Started to travel a lot more. And I live more. I mean, my place in Sacramento that I've had for about 6 months is the more permanent home that I've had about in 4 years. I've mostly been living out of, long stay rentals and hotel rooms.
Because of the job?
Yeah.
What's the job?
The job is messages.
Was that a job that came with new realizations about who and what you are?
Yes.
Or were you already well aware of that whole thing beforehand?
And I don't even know if this is all entirely possible, and somebody can stop me if it's not. Well, when I was about 5-6 years ago, I had a pretty major accident.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have the steel, the metal accessories that you can't see inside my leg.
Aha. The plot thickens. Or the bone supports thicken.
Yeah. So, it's really kind of hard to know how to walk for the better part of 30 years and then have to figure it out all over again.
And again, I'm assuming this was before
This was before.
Yeah.
This was before.
Before your first change.
This was before.
That is very possible, by the way.
And it
Well, also Koraks aren't born; they're made.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
so I mean, since the age of, I don't know, since I was in middle school, high school, I was working, with my grandmother and my mother in the salon, and I just kind of went up the ranks until I was, a hairstylist myself. And so I had been doing that for, better part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And after I had my accident, excuse me, sorry. After I had my accident, if you've ever gotten your hair cut, a hairstylist is on their feet all day, every day.
Right.
You don't really get to sit down.
Right.
So the 6 months that it took me to even be able to walk again, I had to sit at the front desk and do clerical work, which for someone like me was,
AKA slowly go insane.
yes. And more than anything else, I just wanted to be able to move how I used to
Mm-hmm.
move without restraint. It wasn't long after that before the second part of my life began in my I was made.
Right.
And once I was made, it gave me a little bit more strength, and I tried to continue on as I was. But
Kind of hard to worry about hairdressing when you're suddenly aware of the
everything else.
fate of everything. Yeah, I get that.
So it was just a little bit, but like I said, I love to talk to people. I love to pass along news and gossip and information, and it's what I do. And so I decided to take essentially a courier job, a traveling courier job, as it were.
Nice.
And that's how I both literally and metaphorically spread my wings.
And then you settled down in Sacramento, of all places.
For now.
Why?
For now. Because this is where my work led me. And then this opportunity came up that we're now a part of. And so I said, I don't know how long this is going to take. So I started renting a condo, and we'll see what happens next.
Oh, so you're brand new to Sacramento then.
Yes. I've been here
Cool,
about
I
6
can
months.
relate.
I've been here about 6 months. So
I can less relate to that.
when did you get here?
Let me see. It is what, Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Sunday night.
Okay, so brand new. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Just brand. I showed up and then suddenly got told, hey, you're here. Guess what your new job is?
Did they call you here specifically, or did you just wake up one day?
No, I just showed up. I think it was, honestly, I think it was a case of uh, depending on your perspective, right place, right time, or wrong place, wrong time.
Depending on the day, it could go either way.
Right. I'm okay with it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying, depending on how long this lasts. I mean, I was going to be here for probably at least a few months,
Right.
maybe a little bit longer. Depends on how long it takes for the local SEP to run me off.
You have a history of that.
Listen, you have a job, right?
Yes.
Your job is, and I say this with all the respect in the world, messenger bird.
Carrier pigeon, yes.
Listen, no, I'm not going to insult you that way. Have you, I assume you've met a pigeon. They're
met a
assholes.
few, yeah.
They are the fucking worst when it comes to birds. I would never insult you that way.
I appreciate that.
I also have a job. My job is teaching our cousins humility and teaching them lessons.
Teaching cousins, as in other.
As in the wolves, mostly. Not just the wolves. Like, listen, we all need humility from time to time.
Right.
But let's not beat around the bush. A big brother wolf is the biggest lunkhead of us. So, and there's more of them, and they make the most noise, so they need to be taught most often.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not meaning, I have no doubt. I'm not trying to oversimplify. So essentially, when you say it's your job to teach the cousins and others humility, what you're really saying is you're somewhat of a trickster god?
No, Coyote's the trickster god. I'm the trickster kid of God. That's a really arrogant way to put it, but like, God as much as Raven is a god, or so on and so forth.
So how does one go about teaching humility, if not through tricks?
Do you have a lot of experience with? Oh no, I didn't say anything about not doing the tricks part. I was just denying the God part.
Oh, I never called you. I was never insinuating the God part. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's. I mean, listen. I don't know how much experience you have with the wolves.
They don't get messages too often.
They're big on the rage and the noble, standing up and dying in the final battle, and so on and so forth. They're also they're incredibly full of themselves for the most part. Occasionally you'll find one that has a certain level of humility, but more often than not, that they have main character syndrome up the ass.
Narcissists.
They are the ones who are going to be standing in the final battle against the final stand against apocalypse, the apocalypse and the worm and so on, and it's going to be their noble last stand, like their fucking Custer.
We see how well that turned out.
That's how well they think it's going to turn out too. They're
haven't really answered my question.
They're that level of egotism and arrogant and self-defeating. So the job, is it trick sometimes? Yes, absolutely. Is it, it's letting them remember that they're not the main character. They're the frontline warriors. That's important. But they need to stop being so full of themselves. Is that by occasionally pricking that ego? Yeah, absolutely.
So are
Is
you just
it-
like an anti-motivational speaker?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's helping them. Sometimes it's sneaking into the Karen, but pretending to be one of them, and putting the right words in the right mouths, like most other Nuisha. Well, most other Nuisha who haven't left for the other side for the Umbra, because a lot of us just end up going over the Umbra. That's where my dad is, but. For those of us who stay here, and most of them who are over on that side, the job is making sure that the wolves and the cats and the bears and the coyote and the well, yeah, actually some of us too, now that I think about it, and the ravens and the fucking sharks, so on and so forth, keep their eye on the prize and don't get so full of what they're doing that they forget why they're fighting.
Gotcha.
That's kind of it. And then helping when we need to help, which is a lot easier when it's the Graal or the Korax or so on, because y'all don't generally see, oh, it's another changing breed, we need to chase that out the way the wolves do.
Live and let live.
They suck. I love them,
Tell me how
but
you
they
really
suck.
And with that statement, you pull up to a two-story wooden house designed to look like a log cabin. It's not outside of the city, but it is the only house on this street. Very well manicured lawn, very obvious groundskeeper, but the security lights seem to be on. No lights in the home seem to be on, though.
I look out the windshield at it and go, when we get inside, don't read the diary. I do not want to deal with the redneck zombie torture family.
Okay.
So this should be simple enough.
Famous last words.
They were never seen again.
They were never, ever seen again. All right, I'm gonna scout the place out. I'm gonna try to hop over to the other side.
Okay.
See if maybe we can slip through that way. If I don't come back,
I get your car, right?
you best be prepared to hitchhike because I'm taking my keys with me. I'm kidding. I can't. I'm not taking my keys with me. I can't. They're not dedicated. But yeah. So
Look,
I will.
I'll give you the same benefit that they give the college classes. If you're not back in 30 minutes, then I'm gonna ditch you.
No, if I'm not back in 30 minutes, you come get me.
Ditch you, come get you. Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, 29 minutes and 59 seconds. You better not start that car. And yeah, I will. I look in the windshield. I look in the rear view mirror. I'm gonna try to cross the gauntlet.
I am forgetting that roll.
Gnosis. It depends on the gauntlet difficulty, and I'm spending a willpower on this.
Difficulty's 5.
Okay. No pool mod. Difficulty 5. Good thing I spent a willpower. 1. It's a slow process.
It takes you a second. You're like, okay, haven't done this in a bit, I guess. But eventually you do cross over to the other side.
Is there any indication of
There's
wormy nonsense around the around?
You're actually seeing a lot of weaver spirits.
It's not that much better, but okay.
There seem to be a few that are there seem to be a few spiders that are wandering around the security lights.
Okay.
And there is a brain. What is the word that we were going to use? Nope, that's gone. Anyway, so there are the spiders, and the web of this house is laid out fairly. You're able to see pretty much all of the interconnections of the different tech spirits that are gathered up into this house. Worm does not show up immediately
Okay.
in your looks.
I am going to. Yeah, I start making my way closer to the house. I'm going to see if there is. I'm going to try to get inside, cross over, so I can just unlock the door.
Okay.
We try simple first. Willpower, because I'm not getting caught. That's better. 2 successes.
Okay. So you slip back over to the other side. It feels stagnant in here.
Wonderful. I'm doing a quick look around. Are there internal cameras?
Go ahead and give me perception and alertness, difficulty 8.
1 success.
1 success. You scope through a few rooms, just like a cursory glance, like head peek in, try and find. The only camera you're finding is the one centered on the living room.
Okay.
But it's pointed from a corner and basically directed like at the TV.
Okay. All right.
This is a very. It is nicely decorated. It is extremely neat and tidy.
Like in a show home kind of way?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like a Stepford kind of way.
All right, go to the front door, check and see if the security system.
There is an alarm system.
Oh shit, yes, I do. I don't know if that'll work for devices though. Hold on. I'm looking at a gift. To verify someone. Yo, I opened the door.
Okay.
Let the alarm go off.
Okay. It begins to go.
Yep. Enter in a random set of numbers into the number panel.
Hmm.
Do it again. Do it again, and I'm waiting for the phone call part of this process.
Okay. The
outside.
yeah. Carrie, the alarm system is going off.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
About your third code, there is a ring
Okay.
of a telephone.
Pick up the phone. Hi.
Hi, Mr. Walker. We are noticing some activity at your residence. I just wanted to confirm that this was you opening your home.
It is.
And-
yes, I forgot my password again, or my code again.
All right. If you can give me the account number, I can go ahead and begin changing over your new PIN so that you can have that on file.
And this is where I activate secret question.
Okay.
Spend a point of gnosis, roll manipulation and subterfuge, and I can say anything, and the target hears the correct answer.
Yes.
What do you say?
Well, let's roll it first. Manipulation subterfuge. Okay, spend a gnosis, manipulation subterfuge. A secret question. Manip subterfuge. And then let me see. 3 success, and all you need is 1 success. Just leans against the wall and conjures up the first line that pops into her head is Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day.
All right, that does seem to be your account number. So your new PIN is 1649.
Perfect, thank you. Deet, 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 deet.
And the alarm system goes off.
There's just in a handout through the door, just waving in your direction, like come in. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for that.
Of course, and remember to reach out to us if you have any more problems.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful day. Night.
You as well. She will hang up.
Yep.
And as Carrie exits the bitchmobile, that is where we will take our break. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, go to the bathroom. We'll be back in just a few minutes after these commercial messages.
We are back.
We're back. Hi, everyone. Okay, so first things first, I need all players to give me a perception and alertness check, difficulty 7,
No matter where they are,
no matter where you're at.
dope. Three successes.
Okay.
Any chance uncanny instincts apply?
3 successes.
Just look that up real quick. No.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. Connor, when you got dropped off tonight at your home, one of the first things you heard after you heard the taxi pull away was your trash cans around the corner. Something's been rifling through them.
I just don't feel like risking a rabies shot tonight. Let's go inside.
Fair enough. Callisto. It was much more fleeting for you, but as your eyes left the alarm clock, they grazed the window of your room out into the forest, and a tiny pair of beady black eyes stared back.
Gets up.
Certainly not something to be concerned about when you're currently living inside your nightmare.
Yeah. She gets up, puts the knife back on her belt. She sort of dresses real quick and walks over to the window to see if that's still there.
Whatever it was has moved, but you can see very plainly on the windowsill 2 paw marks. They look please follow the command. For everyone, they are in Slack.
Do I
You can
recognize
give
what
me-
the paw marks are?
Yeah, you can give me wits and survival, difficulty 4 for you.
Four successes.
You recognize raccoon paws immediately.
Raccoons aren't like all that common in this neck of the woods, are they?
Not incredibly.
All right. If one of you is gonna try messing with me, it's not gonna be in my sleep. She says as she finishes getting dressed, grabs her gear, and walks outside to see if they're going to come at her or if they're just gonna hide.
Okay. How long will Callisto stay outside?
She'll sort of like walk a circuit around the house and see if anything makes its presence known.
Nope.
How much sleep did she manage to get before this woke her up a second time?
Well, this is the first time.
Okay,
this
the
is
first time, okay.
this. This is the continuation of. Am I unfrozen now?
You are unfrozen now.
Okay. Everything went silent on my side. No, everything's quiet.
After she's like done a round, made sure that nothing else is going on, she'll head back up and try and get as much sleep as she possibly can.
Okay. Harry and Crystal. Both of you rolled really well. Everybody rolled really well on this one.
I mean, considering how we've been rolling up to this point
That's fair.
in the session.
It had to circle back around at some point. There is a commotion from a nearby tree. It's on a normal night would probably not bother either of you. Considering the circumstances and the silence of the area, it spooks the two of you a little bit.
Right.
But there is a commotion as a raccoon comes tumbling down from a few branches to land on the bottom one and just stare at the two of you.
Carrie has just gotten out of the bitchmobile, so like she just like kind of she's walking towards the front of the house and she just kind of takes a step back, like,
and it's just going back and forth between the two of you looking.
The mug, like the top from like shoulders down, Crystal is sticking out of the door. Head tilted slightly. Huh.
okay, well, are you gonna say something, fucker, or are you just gonna stare at us? Because we got shit to do.
I mean, it could just be a fucking raccoon.
I don't care if it's a fucking raccoon or a fucking were raccoon. I don't care what the fuck it is. If it's
I don't think there are were raccoons. At least I've never encountered them. Are you a were raccoon?
It blinks at you a few times.
It's not a were raccoon. Hi, buddy. Crystal. Or
Carrie.
not Crystal. Carrie. I'm Crystal.
Yes, you are.
Strong weed.
Yes, it was.
That
Thing just
in
waved
the-
at us, right?
yes, it did. In
Okay.
the bus,
Yes.
in the back,
Uh,
there is a box over the right back wheel well.
okay.
There are a bunch of energy bars in there.
You want to give a fucking raccoon an energy bar?
I want to give it food because it's a raccoon and and I don't know. Maybe it's about to give us a choice about something.
Okay. One energy bar for.
Grab 2 just in case. Actually, grab 3 and throw one to me. I didn't eat on the way down here.
A 3 energy bars, one for Ricky, one for Crystal, and one for whoever the.
Also for
That's
Ricky.
not really good.
Also for Ricky.
Okay, Ricky gets.
I'm
2.
glad that we have named the raccoon.
So you hand the raccoon these 2 energy bars. One, it squirrels underneath of itself for a moment as it begins trying to tear into the packaging of the other one. It's struggling a bit.
Do you want me to unwrap that one, buddy?
It like pauses, turns and looks at you and holds it out to you.
She unwraps it, tucks the trash in her pocket, and hands it back to her.
There's not a lot of chewing that happens, but that bar is gone in a matter of seconds.
Perfect.
Uh,
I'll walk
And
over towards it.
it looks extremely satisfied and it just sort of sits down and blinks a few times.
Those bars laced with anything?
No, they're normal bars.
Okay, just checking.
I am not gonna waste my supply on fucking energy bars.
It was just a question.
Have
No, that's-
some standards.
No, that's what
Not
Connor would
a-
do.
Judgment. I've known you for 4 days. I am just kidding. And maybe I don't even know if it's been 4
No,
days.
It's been like
you've
Well,
known
it hasn't even
them.
been one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You met them like
Yesterday.
10 hours ago
yeah.
or something.
I've known you for less than a day. How do we fucking know?
I mean, we've taken a car ride together and you don't know me yet? I'm offended. Hey, buddy.
It opens its mouth, Crystal, and as it does, there is static and just ungodly noises that you're hearing.
I think you need to turn the dial.
You, Carrie, however,
Yes.
hear, I was wondering when someone was going to give an offering.
Well, I'm glad we were able to provide.
There's more of you.
Yes, there are.
You smell interesting.
Thank you. What do you have to tell us?
It's not so much tell as, and it stands up and sort of stretches and scratches down the tree. Make an offer. See, I'm not just a run-of-the-mill raccoon.
I figured that since I'm talking to you.
She's not, though.
Do you want to? I'm sorry. Can you translate upside down to English, please? Or Spanish? I'm okay with that too.
Harry looks at the raccoon. Give me just a second. I need to translate.
I don't speak white noise. I don't even use it to sleep to.
So basically, because I don't know their gender, so they are saying that they're not an ordinary raccoon, which we already figured out. That they
I'm
have
shocked.
that.
Shocked.
Shut up. They have-
Sorry.
That they have a message for us. They were hoping that they've been waiting for somebody to bring an offering. They have a message for us. They say we smell interesting. They say there's more of us. And I asked what message they have for us, and it said, make me an offer.
It's less of a message and more of and more of a, what was it, a proposition or an offer?
An offer.
An offer.
It's making an offer to you.
Yes.
Interesting.
To all 5 of you.
Oh, it says to all 5 of us.
Can you turn your dials a little bit, buddy?
You know, everybody will be able to understand me if you agree to my bargain.
Says everybody will be able to understand.
I would like to make an occult roll.
Says everybody will be able to understand if we agree to its part.
Intelligence and occult, difficulty 7.
We're being propositioned by a raccoon totem.
Yep.
Or a pack totem.
1. That sounds totemy to me.
The raccoon goes, like, touches its nose and points at Crystal.
Wait. Is everybody else getting this offer too? No. Oh, motherfucker. I'm putting some connections together. Yes. Say yes. Okay, let me I to be fair, I will tell you what's going on. But this
Yes,
is going to
please.
be the funniest thing ever for the other 3.
Okay.
This is a raccoon spirit.
Yes.
Or spirit speaking through a raccoon, one of the two,
right.
who is offering to bind us all as what the wolves would call a pack underneath the sponsorship of raccoon as a totem.
Right.
And Remember what the coyote said?
Yes, I remember what the coyote said.
There would be an offer
Yes.
to one of us. So you have to make the call for everybody else. Please say yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question first. Is there any way this could go sideways?
Yes. 7,000 different ways, but they're all really funny.
Okay, but are they beneficial?
As long as
Oh boy.
Neither Callisto nor Clover nor Connor have genocidal opinions about raccoons, I think we'll be okay.
That would be a damper on everything.
But I doubt that's the case. We would have seen the traps in the trees around Callisto's place. They didn't even tie down and padlock their garbage.
Okay.
I think Callisto's probably pretty cool with the raccoon.
That's fairly accurate, actually. Callisto doesn't care if the raccoons go through her trash. They're welcome to it.
I was making assumptions, but I felt like it was a fair assumption.
What the fuck are they gonna take?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if you want something out of my trash, take it. I don't care.
Here's the thing, though. Even if there had been padlocks, Crystal probably didn't notice and would have lied to get this going. It is good to have a totem. Do me a favor. There's one thing that you have to ask.
Okay.
There's one thing that you have to ask the raccoon. Okay.
Time out for Katie as a player. What the fuck is a totem?
It's basically a spirit that provides benefits to your pack as long as you fulfill whatever it asks as far as like exchange.
Basically what Crystal just described.
Okay. Time in. Go ahead.
There's one thing I need you to ask the raccoon.
Okay.
What will our ban be?
Excuse me?
Just ask.
Band?
Ban. B-A-N.
E-A-N. Okay.
Not band.
That's why I asked the question.
So let's be honest. If we are a band, Clover is clearly the lead singer.
Clearly. All right.
Callisto is the bass player.
Feels like an insult.
No. Bass players don't get enough respect.
They really
I would say you're probably the lead guitar.
Okay.
I am definitely the drummer, and Connor is the triangle.
I think you went for the most insulting instrument and not like keyboard or something.
That was intentional.
No, keytar.
Anyways, the point being, ask what the ban is.
All right, friend. Oh, we would like to know what the ban would be.
Oh, that one's simple. Very simple.
Okay.
Shiny things.
I like you.
I simply ask that you leave small little tokens for me and my friends around the forests and around the cities, whenever you can.
This is a raccoon, and she's going to turn back towards Crystal. This is a raccoon after my own heart, because all it wants as a ban are shiny things.
Okay, well,
in anytime we encounter it or one of its friends in the city or in the woods or wherever we find a raccoon, just little presents of shiny things.
I feel like we will have to wrest those out of Clover's grasp, but I'm okay with that.
Listen,
But the
I
bottles.
know, listen, I know where to get shiny things and the most bedazzled shit you've ever seen.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
We're good.
We can put Callisto on that duty, and Clover will be too busy lusting to fight to try and get the shiny things. It's totally okay.
She's gonna turn back to their friend. We accept.
The hilarious thing is, like, I learned this today. All Geralt already have a personal totem in the form of bear, so now I get that and a pack totem apparently.
The raccoon straightens itself up, brushes itself off, walks to the end of the branch, and extends its tiny little hand out towards you.
Yep.
There is a surge of something in you, and Crystal, you feel it too. The two of you are asleep, Connor and Callisto, so not so much. But you understand almost innately that you have gained the favor of this totem. And some things have become enlightened for you.
Nice.
I think tomorrow morning, when the rest of you are all together, I will show up and explain things to everyone. It would be easier to meet you on the other side. But if that's not possible, I understand.
I'm assuming I can understand now.
Yes.
Go. Yeah, we'll try to get back up there in time. We might be a little late. It's like a 5-hour trip, and we still have to investigate the house and possibly get arrested and then have to sneak out, escape from prison. Like, it's going to be a whole thing.
Interesting. Okay. I look forward to finalizing things.
Cool.
Thank you, friend. And by the way, what is your name?
Raccoon.
Raccoon. Thank you.
It nods, and then again, that blink that's a little bit more than just the regular blink. And the raccoon looks at the two of you and looks at the energy bar that's sitting underneath of it, grabs that, stuffs it into its mouth, and then scurries up into the tree.
We need to go on road trips more often.
Right? I'm telling you, they're the best.
How was your road trip? Oh, we just met Raccoon Spirit.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Also, now we're all in a pack, and we have a totem, by the way.
Yep.
So we smoked weed, ran into a coyote that gave us a cryptic message. Then we broke into somebody's house, but there's a raccoon that told us we would be, it would be its totem and blah, 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 blah.
Totally normal shit.
It's just another fucking Wednesday.
Yep.
So
So here's the key. Here's the key. There's a very good chance that they might figure this out when they wake up, if they're not awake.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't, we can't tell them anything until Raccoon shows up.
Sure thing.
This is very important.
You know, I'm getting the feeling you're very important is that you just want to see their fucking faces when all this goes down and not of any actual ritual bullshit.
Excuse me, as I roll manipulation subterfuge.
I was going to say, didn't you two just say the same thing?
Kind of did. No, it's absolutely a ritual thing.
Carrie's just gonna let it go. And she doesn't know either way. She's fairly certain that Crystal is taking the piss, but she's just gonna leave it for right now because they got shit to do.
But can you risk that it's not?
Carrie doesn't care at this point. She's like, okay, fine. If it's that important to Crystal, then let it, whatever.
All right, let's go investigate the bad man's home.
For everyone at home, the roll that was just made was doody-doo, trust me.
And I got 4 successes.
Entering the home. As previously stated, Carrie, this is your first time seeing it. This place is immaculate. It looks like show ready.
Mm-hmm.
There's no layer of dust whatsoever.
That's suspect.
There is a small pile.
Nobody's ever lived here.
What was that?
I said either they're a clean freak or nobody's ever lived here.
If nobody lived here, there would still be dust.
Both of you can give me.
Crystal has her phone out, by the way, and is taking pictures of literally everything in the house.
What's an investigation difficulty 6, please?
Since Crystal is doing that, Carrie is just going to be looking around. What's an investigation, you said?
Yes.
Difficulty, you said 6?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Hold on.
1.
This is going to be... Yeah. That's about
Okay.
That's better than I expected.
It could be so much worse.
Like I said, better than I expected.
So there's not a whole lot. One of the things you're noticing immediately is that there's a lack of pictures. There's a few pictures that are that seem to be of importance. The hallway features a picture of a man and woman. If you had to make a guess, potentially parents.
Snap.
There is a small pile of mail that the two of you find on a desk in the office.
Any of it opened?
Nothing is opened. It is just a stack.
Like a stack of mail?
Mm-hmm.
I have gloves in the car. Hold on. Run out, run back in with a couple pairs of rubber gloves. Here.
Carrie takes them.
Start
So
going
as
through
the
the mail.
two of you, yes, as the two of you start going through, there are a few There are a few bills. It looks like this is about 2 months worth of mail. Or at least you would assume from the amount that's here.
Anything that looks more personal that's not a bill?
There is one single personal letter. The only thing that really tips it off outside of the handwritten address is that they call him Jerry instead of Jared.
Harry holds it up to Crystal.
Yep. Yeah, fuck it. Open it. I'm finding one of the I'm finding like the credit card bill.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's two bills. I'm taking the previous month's one.
Okay.
Not the current one. I open up. I want to see how well off this dude was before all of this happened.
So currently that credit card has a balance of $10,000 and some change.
Okay.
And
out of is maxed out or
it is maxed.
Okay.
You get a feeling that the and some change is interest.
Right.
Carrie finds a letter opener and opens the personal envelope.
Okay. I don't have this written out, but the gist of it is discussing a fishing trip. That trip being a relative term, the individual making the trip as Jared lives right on the lake, or not too far from the lake. And there is a discussion about I'm glad that you reached out to talk to me. I know you've gotten into a really bad place, so I'm very glad that you actually reached out instead of doing anything stupid.
Who is it signed?
It's signed Katerina.
Interesting. Is there like any return address or postmark on the envelope?
Yes, it's an address. It is an address from Seattle.
Interesting. Yeah, she hands it over to
Crystal.
It's like, should we take this or take pictures of it?
Both.
She hands the
Yep.
she since Carrie already has the other bill, the other pictures, she's handing it over to Crystal.
Yep. I will snap photos of because the key is at this point it doesn't matter if we take it or not. We've opened it.
Right.
Honestly, they're gonna know that we're here. We were here anyways because I did change the security code, and yeah, so they're gonna know someone's here. This is just to make sure that they don't necessarily know who. Yeah, I will take pictures of the letter and pocket the letter. And I am looking for the camera that's pointing at the TV. Where I'm gonna try to find where the source of that is. Is it just like going to somewhere external? Is there somewhere internal where it's being recorded? Is it just there for show?
So the cord that is leaving this camera is basically taped against the walls and the door frame, so that it's against the ceiling and out of the way, leading back to an office in the house with the same office you guys just found all the mail in.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's actually shit at this point. Like I said, they do already know we're here. Computer?
Yes, intelligence and computer, difficulty 6.
There is a computer.
Oh yes, there is.
I unplug it and I'm taking it to the car.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, they already know we're here.
Right.
Why the fuck not?
True.
Yeah, no, let's see if there's anything else that we can find here.
What's upstairs?
Yep.
Just a second, I got messaged by a friend.
No worries.
Upstairs, you find 2 bedrooms. One has a few personal items in it. It looks more like guest bedroom, if you would have to guess. And then walking into what you can only assume is Jared's bedroom, this place is trash. The room is so in such disrepair that the door will not open all the way because there is trash and things behind it.
Interesting.
Both of you can give me wits and empathy, difficulty 6.
Two.
1. Okay. So both of you can recognize the signs of the room of someone with in a severe depression episode. The bed's not made. It almost looks as if Jared was basically like, okay, I'm done with whatever I'm using, toss on ground.
Yep. Well, I don't. That could be an indicator of how they got in.
Dealing with a very vulnerable individual.
Mm-hmm. I've seen enough exorcism movies to know
God, that's
how the bad thing finds the foothold.
Yeah, as if mental illness in of itself wasn't a bitch already. Fuck.
Interesting to me.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's also
Crystal,
Uh-huh.
as your eyes are scanning, there's a small desk in here that is just littered with shit. And one of the pieces of paper that's sticking out of a leather-bound journal on the desk has symbols.
Okay.
And one of the symbols that you recognize almost immediately is a spiral.
Great. I walk over and I pick up the journal, open up to whatever page it's on.
The page, so this is a diary entry.
Mm-hmm.
Dated about 1 month ago. I've tried fighting as much as I can. Everything continues to get worse and worse. And no matter how I medicate, no matter what I do, it always seems like it continues to get worse. So I've decided to take matters into my own hands and see if we can fix things. I may have delved into the occult a little too hard. But I think I found something that can fix my issues and fix my problems.
Famous last words. Some might say literally.
Why people need to watch more horror movies.
It's true.
Horror movie people, no, you don't read the book that's made out of the human skin, or you don't do the dumb thing.
You don't read the ancient texts out loud.
Right, exactly. If there's Latin in a book, do not read it out loud. Especially not if it's Sumerian, you definitely don't read it out loud. Fuck. All right. I'm going to flip through. That spiral has my attention. I'm going to flip through. Is there any indication that this person was part of a local sept, any kind of guru affiliation, kinfolk, actual guru, blood?
Kinfolk. There is evidence of, it's very sparse in the journal entries, but there's discussions about their shifting cousins.
Fuck. I hand the book over to Carrie. This person was Wolfkin. Hold on a sec. And I'm going to call up Callisto.
Callisto, please give me a perception check, difficulty 8.
It's gonna be funny if you don't wake up, because that just means you're gonna keep getting phone calls.
Fortunately, I'm at a -1. I get 1 success.
You are roused 1 ring before it should go to voicemail, and just before it's going to click over, you answer.
What's up, Buttercup? Listen, you are, as near as I know, the most local of us. And I realize local where you are is not local where we are currently. but you might know, is there a sept down here?
Do I know if there's a sept somewhere near where they are, or would it be the towering giants?
There is another sept closer.
know
It
its name.
is the sept of the pointing stars.
There's the sept of the pointing stars down that way.
Well, their stars may be good at pointing, but they're not good at keeping track of their kin. We're
I
at
mean,
we're
they
at
might be. We might just not have asked.
we're at Jared's house. Jared was a kinfolk.
I can't say I'm surprised.
I mean, it could have easily been just some random idiot.
Yeah,
I was
but
desperately hoping for that.
they've got the kind of folk we're dealing with have a very sick sense of humor.
Of course.
Making a femorai out of a kinfolk, that's bread and butter for them.
So we need to. I was actually planning on staying down here a little bit into tomorrow so we could speak to the neighbors, but I don't think that's necessary anymore. We've got his computer. We've got some information down here. We have a letter from, what was the name again on the letter? From the letter,
Katarina.
Katarina
In Seattle.
in Seattle expressing some concern. It's possible that Jared was a member of the sept up there who came down here, married off, just did a sept transfer. I don't know. But
Round in the morning. I don't know if the towering giants will know much, but they might know more than we do.
so that's the question that I need that I need to ask, just in case we something happens to us on the way back and we don't get there. If we talk to towering giants about this, Pointing Stars is gonna find out. Pointing Stars finds out, first of all, if they don't know that one of their own got fomerized, then that's a problem. But I'm assuming that they don't, because it doesn't look like anybody's been here. And if they don't know and find out, you try to stop them from getting involved. And that's 2 septs worth of Guru that are involved. That's not good.
I am not awake enough to come up with a plan with you right now.
That's fair. I just needed to let somebody know and bounce thoughts off of. And again, let somebody know. I will let you get back to sleep. I think we're heading back at this point. I will see if I can get anything veil breaking removed.
Don't get eaten on the way back.
I mean, only in the fun way. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Hang up.
Click. Slap phone back.
Yep.
Back on table.
Thump.
Back asleep.
Okay, we need to get this house sanitized of anything Guru related.
How do we go about that?
We spend the next hour and a half, probably more, going through all the going through making sure that anything personal. That explains why there's no pictures. Anything personal that could be identified as Guru. Anything identifying potential friends. If they're friends, they were probably Guru friends, or kinfolk friends. They were sept related. We need to get all that stuff and just get it out of here. If there's anything left. And the fact that this points at the journal is here tells me that the local sept hasn't been here. Because if they were here and they had a brain, they would have removed that already.
All right, well, let's get started so we can get.
And yeah, just go through this house with a as fine-tooth comb as an hour and a half, couple hours will give us.
Both of you can roll me wits and investigation difficulty 6 again.
I will willpower this one.
Okay.
Damn it.
Willpower gives me 1.
Gives you 1. There are a few letters. Seems to be different friends who have reached out to him over the past couple of months who've been trying to. It seems like while he may have been isolated and depressed into just his room, he had an extensive social network outside of it. But it seems like over the past month or two, he has stopped contact.
All right. Now clear out everything we can, and then we need to go.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
As the sun is beginning to rise, you guys take one final look at the house before leaving, and there is a raccoon sitting on the front porch.
You want to ride?
It looks at you and then scurries off.
Can't say I didn't offer.
And you begin the long trek back to Sacramento.
I would have held out an energy bar and tried to get inside, but it's not that kind of van.
Yeah, yours isn't white and paneled.
Right.
The trip home is much less eventful than the trip there.
Fair.
As much as possible, Carrie is going to try to catch a little bit of sleep so she's not a total zombie.
I stop along the way for energy drinks.
That's fair. Sit in car, drink 2 5-hour energy drinks, open Monster, start car.
Yep, exactly.
Shot of espresso in the energy drink.
What I have learned, so I at one point they sold 8-hour energy drinks.
Yes.
No.
So, fun fact, if you drink 4 of them, it doesn't give you 32 hours of unlimited energy. What it does do is keeps you up for 4 days straight and makes you crash out and sleep for 18 hours afterwards.
Are you?
Ask me how I know.
What? No. Bad. Bad. Very.
I had 2 portfolios, I had like a diorama, and like 3 or 4 other things due within the span of a week.
Please
was
tell me
rough.
that it was. I drank one. I started to get tired. I drank one again. All 4 at once.
Yeah,
You are
The heart
lucky to be
palpitation.
goddamn alive.
I know.
Sorry, I'm out of character. You know it's gotta be bad when Jeremy's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" When Jeremy's like, "That's bad. Don't do that."
Oh no, I'm
Like-
very lucky to be alive.
Good God.
Anyway, I assume to Callisto's or
Yes.
Yeah, Callisto's. Yeah.
so about 11 o'clock in the morning, the bitchmobile rolls up to your front lawn. Connor, you've been awake a couple hours. You're already at the pharmacy.
The first thing Connor did in the morning was DoorDash a soda stream from the nearby Target.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Hey, cannabis sparkling water. Let's go.
Hell yeah. I'm here for this.
Made
Nice.
with pharmacy flavorings. So bubblegum.
I don't know. If somebody handed me bubblegum flavored sparkling water, I might throw hands.
It could be cherry, it could be berry.
You might want to go with like a fruit flavor first before we.
Callisto is, by the time the bitchmobile pulls up, Callisto is on her 3rd cup of coffee for the morning and still not feeling like she's awake.
That's fair. You had a night.
She's at -1 die penalty for all of her actions for this whole day.
Yep.
Which is gonna be fun if she walks into that sept and has to deal with werewolves.
Listen, I get it. I'm gonna have to be dealing with that on Wednesdays soon.
Oh, your
uh,
character on Wednesdays have nightmares as a flaw.
I have finalized my character stats and oh boy,
I need to do that.
deep sleeper, nightmares, oracular ability,
Oh, fun.
Setite. I'll let you figure out the details from there.
I'm here for this.
But anyways, so yeah, pull up, hop out. I hand you the like the journalists of the letters and some of the stars, and I grab the lap or the computer case.
I have a question for the two of you. Did you go any further past the page with the paper?
On the way back, I would assume so.
Okay.
I
After
would be
a
like,
certain
you
point,
read, I drive.
Yeah.
so it devolves into madness, basically, describing hearing a voice that's telling him what to do and is telling him exactly what steps he needs to take to change his life, and that
so
he didn't expect it to be like this. And then the next page just has the word whippoorwill written on it.
Well, fuck.
And then so does the next page. And the next page. And the next page. And it just devolves into scribblings of the word whippoorwill over and over and over, filling the pages.
At that point, Carrie would have showed it to Crystal and go, I'm getting all work and no play vibes starting around here.
Yeah, that's not good. That's real bad. I mean, it's not any worse than we
Taking
we just know that. Yeah,
so
it
loading
just confirmed stuff.
loading all the stuff into taking the stuff into Callisto's house. As soon as Carrie sets down her load, she is just going to go to the kitchen, take the coffee pot, pour herself a cup of coffee, and just take it into the living room with everything else. But Callisto, you with us?
You look like.
Uh,
I'm going to leave it there because you are a bear and I don't want to die.
It was a rough night.
I can imagine. Actually,
Anything we can do to help?
no, I can't, but 'cause I don't know why.
Don't think you can fix generations of ancestral trauma haunting my sleep, so no.
No.
Cool,
No.
cool. Coffee?
Did I did
Yeah,
if
that's
I
about
did
what I'm
any
relying
trauma
on right
healing, it'd
now.
be on myself first.
No, I meant, can I have some coffee?
Yes.
I feel like Callisto's the type of person who has two coffee pots
Yeah.
and starts them both at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When she has a night like that, definitely.
Yep.
And when Carrie sees one pot getting low, she'll just go ahead and start it over, just because she already knows.
Yeah, all of you are feeling the late night and the nightmares. Connor, you feel great. You had a decent night's sleep.
He needs to like come in like whistling like "Good Morning Starshine" or some kind of shit like that, just to
Get
like.
thrown straight out the front door.
No, the thing is, Connor's
Wakey,
quiet.
wakey, eggs and bakey.
About this time,
How much sparkling water has he had?
because so where's Peanut?
Gonna have to be more specific.
Who?
Sorry, I haven't bothered to learn his name yet.
Connor?
Yes,
He has
I had
a
a-
job, I'm assuming.
I knew somebody who had a
that.
cat once named Peanut, so that's my default name for any Bastet that I haven't bothered to learn the name of yet.
Connor. His name is
I love that.
Got a job, I'm assuming there. I haven't called to check.
That's inconvenient. He should be here.
Then fucking call him.
Do we have his number? I don't know. I programmed a lot of numbers recently. Let me check. Oh, there's Peanut. Boom.
Connor, you're getting a call.
Connor's like in the middle of something and has his hands full, so he ignores it for the moment. It finishes what he's doing, and then
That's
You get
fine.
voice
I feel, I feel
It
like,
hangs
I feel
up.
like she
It-
continues to call.
It goes to voicemail, and it's literally from Callisto and Carrie's side. Literally, it's look away, hit button, put back up the ear, and this repeats until Connor picks up.
Connor
Harry
just
walks
keeps
by.
doing what he's doing. The pharmacy techs probably start looking at Connor. It's like, are you gonna answer your phone or not?
Yeah, you're definitely getting a few of the like, boss, please answer your phone
For the
looks.
love of God, answer the phone.
About 6 minutes later, Connor gets to a stopping point, pulls off some gloves, and then answers the phone.
Has 17 missed calls.
Probably a little bit less because after about the fourth one, there is, hey, answer your phone, hang up, boom. Next was, hey, motherfucker, answer your phone. And it just keeps getting increasingly long and involved and insulting. And it switches into Spanish at times. And
Carrie is on like cup 2.5 of coffee and just like looks over at Callisto and goes, that poor fuck.
It's entertaining. It's entertainment for me right now. She says she's just watching.
Well, as long as she
Crystal get increasingly eloquent with their swears. While she
Yep.
drinks coffee.
I mean, she's got a talent. give her that.
So eventually, finally, when it picks up, oh hey Peanut, what's up? Wait, I called you. Okay.
Carrie's just gonna call Connor. His name is Connor.
He didn't answer the phone for 6 minutes. His name is Peanut. Hey Peanut, so we need you here.
Where is here?
Here is Callisto's place.
That's a long Uber ride.
They've got a job, asshole.
That's great. The world's at stake.
I don't have a good way to get out there. Do you guys have a way to get here?
Do you not oh my god.
I've only lived in big cities with public transit. You were with me in the sewer. You saw the area around here. Does it look like there's a lot of good parking for a vehicle that I'd use once a month?
What's your fucking address right now?
List off the address. There is a literal address. It's somewhere. 710 K Street. Yeah.
She proceeds to pull out, for the first time that other people have seen, her other phone. There's an Uber on your way. It'll be there in 4 minutes.
So you have to
Bitch, why you got two phones?
I'm a drug dealer.
Oh, right.
and with that, that's where we'll end for the evening. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.